First thing you want to do is start by uploading your stool template. You can find this on my website under digital files. I will also link it in the description. Once you do that, you want to save it as a cut image, upload it into your design space, and here you can see my measurements are 10 for the width and 8.5 for the height. You can also measure the stool yourself just to make sure my measurements are correct, but I use these and they work fine for me. So here is, you're just going to see me designing. I like to put a rectangle over it if I'm doing two colors and slice it. So what that does is it breaks it into two separate parts so that I can go to the bottom and change it to purple and make it more realistic for my customer so that they'll know what the outcome is going to look like. Next, you want to go ahead and upload the pieces that you're going to be using. This particular stool is unicorn themed, so I already have everything in Design Space. I just need to upload it. Once I get that uploaded, I'm going to go in and design it with the name and the characters. They can also put more learning material on it or numbers. There are several ways that you can do the stools. I let my customers choose how they want to design them. This customer wanted her child's last name and character, so that is what you're about to see me do. If you want to watch this, it's about 3.5 minutes long. You're just going to see the entire design press. I'm not going to fast forward or anything, just in case people have questions on how I did like the offset and did other things. The design is complete, so of course I've sent this to my customer. What you want to now do is remove the stool template, because if you go to hit make it, Cricut is going to give you an error message and tell you that you can't move forward because it's way too big. So you take that out and then you're left with just the pieces, which is the name, which is going to be in vinyl, and then the other three pieces, the character pieces, which are going to be in printable vinyl. So before we get to the printing, I'm going to go ahead and go outside and spray paint. I sand down this chair with a sander from Walmart. You can get this from Lowe's, Home Depot. It's just a regular hand sander. Sand it down. Then I'm going to go in and wipe it and get to spray painting exactly the same colors that I used on Design Space, same layout. You want to let that dry at least 24 to 48 hours. Now, if you have to do multiple layers, I would say at least 3 to 4 days, because once you go to put that vinyl on, sometimes the tape will lift up the paint if it's not dry. It may seem like it's dry, but give it a few more days or you're going to be starting the whole chair over, trust me. So let's go ahead and move on to placing everything onto the chair. I've went ahead and printed everything off, and I went ahead and put my two vinyl pieces together so that way I don't have to worry about the tape peeling my paint. So I just have to put it on there one time and be done. So here is me placing everything on exactly how I laid it out onto Design Space. We're going to go ahead and put our resin on. If you need to know how to properly mix the resin, I do have a YouTube tutorial on that I will link in the description as well. Once you've done your resin, you've popped all your bubbles, you want to go ahead and set an alarm for an hour. If you've had troubles with cleaning up your learning table stool at the end and it peeling the chipping the paint off or whatever, this is going to fix that problem.
1 hour later.
Now I'm going to go in and get those drippings and just gently run my fingers across it, so that way the resin does not have to be cleaned up after it's dried. Right now this resin is kind of sticky, so by me moving the resin along the edges, it's flattening it out, and then once it cures, you're done. So here is the finished product of the chair and the table that my customer got for her little girl Kinsley.